Imagine this. In the dying seconds of an NRL thriller, your dynasty hangs by a thread, but a single whistle from the bunker shatters it all, not with a penalty, but with a teammate's accidental elbow that robs you of your enforcer for 80 grueling minutes. What if that one call wasn't just controversial, but the spark that ignited a Broncos resurrection from 14-0 down? Stick around, because this isn't just a loss, it's the twist that could redefine Penrith's legacy. Hey legends, if you're as fired up as I am about this bombshell, smash that like button, drop a comment on what you do in Cleary's shoes, and subscribe for your daily dose of Aussie NRL drama, because we break it down like no one else. Now, let's dive in. The roar of Suncorp Stadium still echoes in my ears as the clock ticked past the 5-minute mark in that electric preliminary final showdown between the Penrith Panthers and the Brisbane Broncos. Scott Sorensen, the Panthers' rock-solid hooker known for his tireless engine and bone-crunching defence, charges into a ruck with the ferocity of a man possessed. But in a split-second horror, his own teammate, the young gun Blaise Talongi, clips him accidentally in a head clash that sends Sorensen staggering like a felled oak. The crowd gasps, the refs huddle, and then, the bunker drops the hammer. Category 1 concussion. Out for the night. No appeals, no second chances. Sorensen's eyes clear almost immediately, but the protocol is ironclad. He's benched, leaving Penrith a man down in the forwards from the get-go. Ivan Cleary, the mastermind behind 3 straight premierships, paces the sidelines, his face a storm cloud. This isn't just a sub, it's a seismic shift. The Panthers, already nursing a 6-year grand final streak, now face a Broncos pack that's salivating at the extra space. Sorensen jogs off, helmet in hand, muttering about feeling fine, but the damage is done. The game tilts subtly, invisibly, as Brisbane smells vulnerability. Cleary later admits it felt like losing a limb. His middle forward, the glue holding the line together, sidelined by a call that hindsight would question. Yet, as the half unfolds, Penrith claws back, striking first blood with a Nathan Cleary bomb that Ezra Walsh fumbles under pressure. The score ticks to 6-0, then 12-0 in a blistering second-half surge that has Suncorp silenced. But wait, fatigue creeps in like a thief in the night. Without Sorensen's rotations, legs turn to lead. The Broncos, sensing the shift, mount a comeback that defies logic. A Reece Walsh grubber pins the Panthers deep, and suddenly, Kotoni Staggs bursts through a gap that shouldn't exist. Try. 12-6. The momentum swings like a pendulum in a gale. Cleary's men dig deep, extending to 14-0 on a Luai dagger pass, but the absence looms larger with every tackle. Brisbane's pack, fresh and ferocious, starts grinding down the Mountain Men's resolve. And just when you think Penrith's unbreakable, bam, a Selwyn Cobbo offload carves them open. 14-10. Hearts pound. The clock winds down, but the real story simmers beneath. Was that early call the hidden hand that scripted this upset? As the final siren looms, the tension coils tighter than a spring, but hold on, because what happens next isn't just a scoreline. It's a masterclass in resilience wrapped in controversy that leaves you questioning the very soul of the game. Fast forward to the sheds, where Ivan Cleary unleashes a torrent of measured fury in his post-match presser. He doesn't scream or point fingers. Instead, he dissects the call with the precision of a surgeon. Huge, he calls it. Huge because if the bunker had deemed it Category 2, Sorensen could have returned after 15 minutes, passing his HL like he did anyway. Instead, the iron rule of Category 1 chains him to the bench, forcing Penrith to reshuffle their entire forward rotation on the fly. James Fisher-Harris shoulders double duty, sweat pouring like rain, while the bench thins to a whisper. Cleary reveals a bombshell. Had they scraped into the grand final, they'd have pushed for an exemption from the 11-day stand-down, armed with medical proof that Sorensen was never truly concussed. It's a revelation that stings, the what IFS piling up like unpaid bills. Andrew Johns, the voice of reason on the 9 broadcast, backs the call in real time, citing Sorensen's wobble as textbook symptoms. Fair enough, but Cleary counters. The game's brutality demands balance, not blind adherence that punishes the innocent. As the Broncos celebrate their 16-14 nail-biter victory, sealing a grand final clash with the Storm, the Panthers camp buzzes with quiet defiance. Nathan Cleary, the golden boy, shoulders the blame for a missed field goal, but his eyes betray the deeper wound. Exhaustion from playing shorthand turned their second-half dominance into a desperate scramble. Brisbane's Kevin Walters grins from ear to ear, praising his troops for capitalising on the chaos, but even he tips his hat to Penrith's grit. Whispers ripple through the league. Is this the end of the dynasty, or just a plot twist in an epic saga? Cleary shuts down the doubters with fire. Over? What's over? We are reloading, he declares, hinting at a winter of reckoning. Yet, the real cliffhanger drops like a thunderclap. Despite the raw deal, the Panthers choose silence. No formal complaint to the NRL, no warpath. Why? In a move that shocks the footy world, Cleary opts for class over carnage, focusing on the fight ahead rather than the foul. It's a decision that humanizes the machine, turning potential villainy into quiet heroism. But as the grand final hype builds, one question lingers like smoke after a fire. Will this restraint haunt them, or forge them unbreakable? The league holds its breath. Subscribe to Aussie NRL updates right now, your go-to for unfiltered NRL truth bombs, because in this game, loyalty pays off with every exclusive scoop we drop, and now, the heartbeat of the aftermath pulses with layers you won't see on the highlights reel, a tapestry of emotion and strategy that transforms defeat into destiny. Picture Ivan Cleary in the quiet aftermath, phone in hand, weighing the nuclear option, a full-throated complaint that could spotlight flaws in the concussion protocols, force a league-wide review, maybe even retroactively validate their pain.